Gather round, history buffs. Imagine a flower so fetching it bankrupted the bold. We're diving into tulip mania, the 17th century Dutch frenzy where bulbs bloomed into bubbles. In the late 16th century, tulips arrived in the Netherlands from the Ottoman Empire, courtesy of botanist Carolus Closius, who planted them in Leiden in 1593. By the 1630s, rare varieties sparked a trading frenzy in cities like Amsterdam and Haarlem. Prices skyrocketed in 1636 through 1637, with a single Semper Augustus bulb fetching up to 6,000 guilders, enough for a grand canal house. This speculation was fueled by futures contracts, allowing trades without physical bulbs. But in February 1637, the market crashed in Haarlem when buyers vanished, prices plummeting over 90%. The mania highlighted how hype can inflate assets beyond reason. And there you have it, folks, a pedal-powered cautionary tale. Lesson: the tulip mania, 1636 to 1637, Netherlands, shows that when belief outruns scarcity and liquidity, prices detach from intrinsic value, reminding us that whether flowers or crypto, value depends on collective belief.
Ahoy, history enthusiasts! Picture this, a flower frenzy that turned Dutch merchants into bulb-obsessed gamblers. Buckle up for tulip mania, where petals promised riches. Tulips reached Europe from the Ottoman Empire in 1554, thanks to diplomat Ogier de Busbecq. But real cultivation kicked off in 1593 when botanist Carolus Closius planted them at Leiden University in the Netherlands. By 1634, speculation heated up in cities like Amsterdam and Haarlem. Rare bulbs like the Semper Augustus soared to 5,000 guilders by early 1637, matching a luxury home's price. Futures trading in taverns fueled this, letting folks bet on unplanted bulbs. The bubble burst in February 1637 at a Haarlem auction, with prices dropping 95%. Causes included rising prosperity post-plague, turning tulips into status symbols. Effects were mild. Courts let buyers off with 3.5% fees, no widespread ruin. This shows hype can inflate values, but reality pricks the bubble. Whew! What a wild bloom! Remember, not all that glitters is gold or tulips. Lesson: the tulip mania, 1963 to 1987, shows that when belief outruns scarcity and liquidity, prices detach from intrinsic value, reminding us that whether flowers or crypto, value depends on collective belief.
Whoa, from vanishing colonists leaving cryptic tree carvings? Buckle up, because we're jumping continents to the sunburnt outback of Australia in 1860. This is the Burke and Wills expedition, folks, a wild race across a continent that turned into the ultimate facepalm of exploration history. Imagine this, a bunch of ambitious explorers led by this hot-headed decision-maker named Burkstick and his more level-headed partner, Wilston, set out from Melbourne with a massive crew, including camels. Yeah, camels in Australia, because why not import desert beasts to conquer the unknown? Their goal? Cross the entire continent from south to north, claim glory, and open up trade routes. Sounds epic, right? Like beating a massive open-world video game on hard mode. But oh boy, did things go sideways fast. These guys were loaded with supplies, but Burkstick's impulsive calls meant they split the group, rushed ahead, and basically ignored every smart tip from locals who knew the land like the back of their hand. Picture trekking through scorching red deserts, camels plodding along, stick figures sweating buckets under a blazing sun. It's like that one time you forgot water on a hike, but times 1,000. They actually made it super close to the Gulf of Carpentaria. High five for that grit. To be fair, pushing boundaries in uncharted territory takes real courage, and they were dealing with brutal conditions no one fully understood back then. I get it.
But here's where that logic completely crumbles like a stale cookie. On the way back, bad timing and poor planning left them stranded, starving, even though they were surrounded by nardu plants, these fern thingies that Aboriginal people knew how to prepare safely for food. Our explorers, they ground them up wrong, leading to vitamin deficiencies that wrecked their bodies. Tragic irony alert. Burke Stick and Will's Tune collapse under a tree literally miles from their base camp, with water and potential food all around. It's like dying of thirst next to a vending machine because you don't know how to insert the coin. The internet today would blow up over this. Imagine the memes roasting epic fails in planning, with folks arguing that, hey, at least they tried. But the prevailing vibe is shock at how ignoring indigenous knowledge sealed their doom. Only one guy, King Figure, survives by teaming up with locals, proof positive that collaboration beats going solo. Lesson here, team? Respect the land and its original experts, or your big adventure turns into a big disaster. If this mix of heroism and hilarity gone wrong has you hooked, stick around because next up, we're freezing our butts off with the Donner Party. Snow, starvation, and survival choices that'll make your jaw drop.
All right, team, hold on to your hot cocoa because from the scorching Aussie deserts, we're teleporting to the bone-chilling Sierra Nevada mountains in 1846. Enter the Donner Party, a wagon train adventure that snowballed into straight-up survival horror. Picture this, 87 pioneers, families dreaming of California gold and fresh starts, led by decision-makers like Donner Stick and Reed Tune, who opt for a so-called shortcut called the Hastings Cutoff. Sounds like a time saver, right? Like skipping ads on your favorite streaming show. But whoa, plot twist! This untested path through rugged terrain delays them big time, and bam! Early winter storms trap their wagons in feet of snow. It's like getting stuck in traffic during a blizzard because you trusted a shady GPS reroute. Families huddle in makeshift cabins, rations dwindle, and desperation kicks in, leading to unthinkable choices just to stay alive. High-stakes drama alert! To be fair, these folks were chasing the American dream. Pushing west for opportunity and taking risks was part of the pioneer spirit back then. I totally get the drive. But here's where that gamble crashes like a failed stunt. Ignoring warnings from experienced travelers about the route's dangers turned a hopeful journey into a frozen nightmare, with starvation forcing survival tactics that still shock us today.
Hingjer, picture cabins buried in snowdrifts, stick figures peering out with gaunt faces, winds howling. It's giving major horror movie vibes, like being trapped in a video game boss level with no save points. The internet would go wild debating this. A common take might be, desperate times call for desperate measures, but the overall sentiment leans toward what a brutal reminder of nature's power. And get this, surprise guest drop in. A cartoonish survival expert tune pops up, waving a comically oversized manual yelling, always pack extra snacks and listen to locals. Only 48 make it out, rescued after heroic treks for help. Epic fails in planning meet Mother Nature's wrath. Lesson slammed home. Double check your shortcuts or your road trip turns tragic. If this icy tale has you shivering, don't bail yet. Next, we're sailing into betrayal waters with Henry Hudson's mutinous mess that'll leave you questioning loyalty.
Whoa, team! From the icy nightmare of the Donner Party, grab your life jackets because we're diving into the frosty, betrayal-filled waters of Hudson Bay in 1611. This is Henry Hudson's voyage, folks, a quest for the Northwest Passage that crashes into the ultimate mutiny meltdown. Picture this. Hudson Stick, our bold explorer with a captain's hat, is steering his ship through icy seas, chasing a shortcut to Asia like it's the ultimate speedrun challenge in a pirate-themed video game. His crew? A ragtag bunch of sailors, some loyal, some sketchy, all freezing their boots off. Sounds thrilling, right? Like streaming an epic adventure with high stakes. But oh boy, things get salty fast. Ice traps the ship, supplies run low, and the crew starts side-eyeing Hudson Stick's leadership. Tensions boil over and bam! Mutiny! The crew, led by a sneaky rebel tune, shoves Hudson Stick, his son, and a few loyalists into a tiny rowboat and casts them adrift in the middle of nowhere. It's like getting kicked from a group chat in the worst possible way. To be fair, the crew was starting and scared, stuck in ice with no clear way out. You can see why they'd panic, I get it. But here's where their plan sinks like a bad pirate movie. Ditching your captain without a map or a plan doesn't exactly scream teamwork. Imagine the internet losing it over this. A common vibe might be, loyalty's dead when you're hungry, but most would roast the mutineers for picking mutiny over unity.
Surprise guest alert! A cartoonish pirate expert Toon swings in, brandishing a comically oversized spyglass, shouting, "Never sail with a crew who'd eat you overboard!" Hudson Stick and his crew vanish into the icy void. No trace, just mystery. The mutineers, they limp back to England, facing trials but no real answers. This is exploration's dark side, team. Greed and fear sinking dreams. Lesson time, trust your crew or your voyage is doomed. And that's a wrap on our disaster tour. 5 epic fails that prove adventure's no joke. Stick around for more wild history next time.